Hello YouTube. Let us today talk about the uniform and gear of a guerrilla warfighter. I don't look like I'm prepared to fight anybody right now, do I? I look like I might be working on your building. Coming to fix your toilet. Maybe there's a bunch of people hanging drywall in your neighbor's house. And I pull my car up next to him, right? First of all, let us backtrack for a second. Let's pretend that it's the year 2037 and Putin has downloaded his consciousness into a cybernetic Terminator force that then took over America. And now we have to Red Dawn launch a guerrilla resistance against the evil Russian spy Terminators. Okay, so in this scenario, we have to operate clandestine. We have to be that guerrilla force. We have to be the IRA. We have to be the Taliban, right? So what does the uniform and the gear of the guerrilla fighter need to prioritize? It needs to prioritize surprise. It needs to prioritize, wow, that's a prioritize surprise. Say that 3 times fast. It needs to prioritize masking his identity and moving him from his safe location to the target and then back to the safe location without exposing himself or identifying himself as an enemy combatant, right? He needs to just look like a regular old Joe. Okay, so based on my personal experiences and the things I have around, I would be best fitted to look like a tradesman of some sort, right? So that's what we got going on today. Right? Is that a beautiful runway walk for you guys? Looking good? So, you know, I could wear this. You could change any detail, right? Maybe hard hat's not applicable. Hard hat goes away. We just put a baseball cap on. Maybe we need to hide our hands so we can put gloves on. Maybe it's not cold, so a little neck gaiter won't work, and we'll have to trade that out for a ventilation mask or whatever. Get creative, people. Could add safety goggles, could add sunglasses to mask the eyes, whatever the case is. But I look reasonable, okay? So let's see how fast I can transform like Cinderella. So, I could put all that stuff I had on in the bag and sling the bag across my body, right? So the actual gear itself of a guerrilla fighter, we're gonna want to run pretty trimmed down. Just running the chest rig. IRL, I'd probably have some EDC on as well. Simple GPR, general purpose red dot rifle, right? Whatever acronym you want to give it. Just enough to go do a quick raid or quick ambush or some harassing fire, and then scoot back on out of there, right? So I haven't really seen anybody on the YouTubes attack it from this angle where they're carrying a bag and they carry their gear in the bag and they kind of swap the entire identity back and forth, which I think is the play. Everybody wants to just wear like a flannel and jeans and then throw a chest rig on underneath the coat and be like, I'm Gray Man, except for I'm gonna have to have a fucking rifle. So doing it this way, I think actually allows you to actually carry the equipment necessary and actually mask your movement from the safe house to the target location and then back from the target location to the safe house. Additionally, putting everything in the bag, right? Vice versa, I could take all this off, put it back in the bag, put the shit in the bag, back on my body, and then it gives me multiple options for evading detection post hit, right? Because I my shit's in a bag. So it's easier for me to actually hide my shit. I don't just have to like tuck this rifle behind the jacket somehow. It's in a bag. I can carry it with me and it's concealed. Or I can stash it somewhere because it's in a bag and come back for it later or have somebody else pick it up. Or I can, at that moment, do the hit, change back, put my shit in a bag, pass that bag to somebody else, somebody who's not a military age male. They leave the site and then I walk off without any of that shit. Back looking like a tradesman. So, yeah. That is my guerrilla warfighter gear and the theory. Oh, actually, almost forgot. Glad I didn't. Make it make sense, right? So I've done a bunch of construction work and handyman and stuff like that. So I can talk that lingo. I can put myself in the right way. I can act the right way. I can print out work orders and blueprints and shit like that and carry it on a clipboard if I need to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? If that's not you, don't try to pretend it is. If you're a musical guy, then cool. Work this all around you carrying your sound equipment or your musical instrument that's not actually sound equipment or musical instrument. If you are, a golfer or you play baseball or whatever, right? You have an equipment bag for your sport or your hobby. You're a gym rat, you have a gym bag. Get creative, whatever makes sense for you, right? Tennis, they also have tennis rackets and stuff like that. Whatever makes sense, right? Whatever you are correlated to closely, you can talk that lingo, walk that walk, play that off. Because not only is this about just looking the part, but IRL, if somebody stops you and they're like, hey, what are you doing? You have to walk through a Terminator Russian checkpoint. You're gonna have to be able to bullshit somebody and actually sound believable and not like a fucking idiot. So don't have your cover identity be something that you know about and can speak about and act appropriately if you're pretending to be that. That's it, kids. Quick video, less than 10 minutes. Guerrilla warfighter.